Hello everybody, this is Gvir'S Speaks back here with another video. Everybody should know by now that I am a radical lover of the Jewish people and Israel and believe in their right to their homeland. But it behooves me then to not only speak about the good things that Israel does, but when someone in Israel does things that lead to denigration of Israel, then we must stand up and call it out. Itamar Ben-Gvir was elected to the Israeli government as security minister, and he's a radical lover of Israel and the Jewish people's right to the land, and he believes that the Temple Mount is in Israel's hands. But Itamar Ben-Gvir has sparked global outrage as well as sharp criticism in Israel over his disgraceful treatment of the Gaza Flotilla activists. Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar blasts Ben-Gvir. "You have harmed the state of Israel," he said. US Ambassador to Israel Mike Huckabee sharply criticised National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir on Wednesday after the Israeli minister circulated videos of activists from the global Samud Flotilla to Gaza while they were bound on the floor at a detention facility in Ashdod. During the day, the foreign ministers of Italy, Spain, the Netherlands, France, Canada, Portugal and Belgium summoned Israel's ambassadors in their countries for clarification talks. In his sharp criticism published on X, Huckabee wrote that the National Security Minister's actions were despicable and that he had betrayed the integrity of the nation of Israel. Dutch Foreign Minister Tom Branston said he spoke with Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar following the incident. The images shared by the extremist minister Ben-Gvir, which showed the detained flotilla activists, are shocking and unacceptable. Branston praised Netanyahu's decision to condemn the incident. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni wrote, "Such documentation cannot be ignored in which the basic dignity of the flotilla participants, including Italian citizens, were violated." Additional European officials condemned the incident. The British Foreign Secretary wrote that she was truly shocked by this video. "It mocks those who were involved in the global solidarity convoy. It violates the most basic standards of dignity and respect in the way people should be treated." Netanyahu criticised Ben-Gvir and Gideon Sa'ar blasted him. "You have harmed the state." Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar was the first in the government to slam Ben-Gvir. "You not only caused damage to the state in this disgraceful display, and not for the first time," Gideon Sa'ar wrote. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu joined the criticism, stating that the way Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir treated the flotilla activists is not consistent with the values and norms of the State of Israel. Sa'ar emphasised the potential damage caused by the video and Ben-Gvir's actions. "You have undone tremendous professional and successful efforts carried out by many, from the IDF soldiers to foreign ministry staff and many others. No, you are not the face of Israel." Ben-Gvir did not express regret over his actions. "There are those in the government who still have not understood how to behave towards supporters of terrorism," he wrote. "Israel is no longer a punching bag. Anyone who comes into our territory to support terror and identify with Hamas will be dealt with. We will not turn the other cheek. Anger in the security establishment. Israel is the one paying the price. As part of the takeover of the flotilla, the Israeli Navy sent operational who, documenters who accompanied Sherialet 13 naval commandos and missile ships. They documented in real time the takeover of the flotilla of the pro-Palestinian activists. Sources familiar with the details told Can News that the IDF spokesperson's unit wanted to release the footage to show the world that IDF soldiers were not drawn into provocations and treated the activists respectively. Ultimately, the Foreign Ministry vetoed the release and carefully selected which materials to publish. Some IDF officials were disappointed with the decision but understood that the Foreign Ministry would handle messaging given the international significance of the event and its impact on Israel's foreign relations. The IDF was surprised by the footage released by Ben-Gvir. The minister effectively acted in complete contradiction to the decisions of professional authorities and used his position to enter the secure detention compound with the aim of provoking and gaining attention. A security official told Can News while the Foreign Ministry, the IDF and the security agencies acted quietly, calmly and professionally to conclude the flotilla incident without escalation and without giving its organisers the victory image they sought. Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir arrived along with other Knesset members and it did exactly the opposite. The flotilla organisers sought provocations, looked for confrontation, wanted international headlines and images that would portray Israel negatively, the official explained. The event itself ended, the forces completed their mission, the passengers were brought to Israel, and then instead of allowing quiet professional diplomatic handling, domestic politics entered the picture. The officials sharply criticised the minister's conduct. The harms diplomatic efforts, harms the work of the foreign ministry, harms the professionalism of the IDF and security forces, and most importantly, damages Israel's image in the world. In the end, the one paying the price is the state of Israel, especially at a time when Israel is already facing intense international criticism. Every such move deepens the damage, provides material for campaigners against it, and weakens the public diplomacy and diplomatic efforts of those working day and night to reduce the harm. The video released by Ben-Gvir also sparked outrage internationally. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni announced that Israel ambassador would be summoned for clarification following the minister's provocation. The images of Israeli Minister Ben-Gvir are unacceptable. She wrote, Italy demands an apology for the treatment of the activists. On Wednesday, South Korean President Lee Jae-myung said that Israel had unlawfully abducted a citizen of his country in violation of international law. According to him, Israel's actions were way out of line and completely inappropriate. Written by Can 11 correspondent Camilla Menashe, Dove Gilhar, and Itamar Margalit. This is far from the way that an Israeli citizen should act. The global Samud flotilla was illegally entering a blockaded zone and should have been arrested and deported. Itamar Ben-Gvir gave the activists exactly what they were looking: a chance to denigrate Israel.